In this lesson, we're going to look at our viewport views, the layouts that we use while we're modeling. So right now we have one maximized view right here. There are multiple other types of views that we can use. Inside of Maya, we have an option on the left-hand side tray. We have our options for quickly going between preset layouts. Right now we have a maximized view, this one. Now we have a split view right here, a 4 split view. If we left click on it, it's going to divide up our viewport and give us 4 cameras, 4 different views. We have a perspective camera, and then we have our orthographic views here, here, and here. Now our controls work the same. I can still go into here. I can left click and alt and rotate, alt and middle mouse, and right click to zoom in and out. The same functions apply here. I can middle mouse to pan and right click, but because this is an orthographic view, if I alt and left click to drag, my orthographic view is disabled any kind of rotation. So just be aware of that as you're working, that you can still move and pan, but in an orthographic view you're not able to rotate around, which is why our perspective view allows us to do some rotation and works just fine for that. Now the viewport layouts, we have our quick options over here so that we can go through the different ones. If we left click on them, we can see preset conditions, some with different graphs, and then some just for the modeling. But as we select on them, our option for the panel layouts down here are going to change as well. We have 4 different panels. We've got 4 options to choose between what's being viewed inside of it. So we could change it to a visor, we could change it out for our hyper shade, or we could change it out for a front view. So take a minute and try selecting different editors for your different windows, and you want to definitely get comfortable with how that works. We can then select back and put the views that we want. We have a top, we could do our side view, we could throw another perspective view in there if we wanted to. You'll notice that when you have multiple perspective views, it takes that perspective view and bumps it up there. You can add an additional perspective camera in the scene if you want. There we go. In order to get back and forth, we can either click on these options here, or we can use our space bar. When you press on the space bar, that's going to minimize and maximize the view that you hover on top of. Additionally, you can tear off the window that you're working on. So if we go up to our panels and down to tear off or tear off copy. Tear off actually tears off the one that you're working on and replaces it with another layout. But we can do the tear off copy, and that way it makes a copy of the one that's there. If I rotate in here, it's going to rotate the one there. These are really useful when you're doing when you have multiple monitors. You can set up additional viewports in your other monitors. We'll go ahead and close that copy. Now we also have controls over the size and the shapes of the viewports. So we can drag our middle bar here, and we can drag our horizontal bar here. And we can adjust it however we need to accommodate to the modeling or the animation or the rendering that we're doing, so that we can see what we need to see as best as possible. And lastly, if we want to change up these windows, what we can do is we can go up to our Windows option. We can go down to our View Arrangement, and we can change the arrangement of these by a single panel, a 2 panels side by side. I'm just going to pull this off so we can work with it. We could go into and do a 2 panel stacked. So we've got our vertical. We can do a 3 panel split, and etc. all the way down to a 4 panel. So it's a great way to adjust the arrangement, the layout of these viewports and have a lot of control of setting up the environment to work best for what you are working on. Alright, and that's going to do it for our viewport layouts.